You are on a quest, an endless, exhausting hunt for a single sacred treasure. It's called your purpose. You've been told it's out there, somewhere, waiting for you to find it. You believe that once you discover it, everything will finally click into place. The confusion will vanish, the anxiety will subside, and your life will begin in earnest. So you search. You read the books. You take the personality tests. You ask yourself, what is my passion? What am I meant to do? You look at others who seem to have found their purpose, and you feel a mix of envy and despair. Why is it so clear for them and so foggy for you? This search becomes a constant, low-grade hum of anxiety in the back of your mind. It leads to a paralysis of potential. You're afraid to commit to a path because, what if it's the wrong one? You're a ship with a powerful engine, but you stay in the harbor, waiting for a map that never arrives. And the longer you search, the more lost you feel. The more you ask the question, the more silent the universe seems to become. Now, what if I told you that this entire quest is a trap? That the very act of searching for your purpose is the primary reason you feel so purposeless? What if the map you're waiting for doesn't exist, and by staying in the harbor, you are missing the entire point of the journey? This is not a New Age platitude. This is one of the most profound and liberating truths uncovered by psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl. He saw firsthand that the human spirit could endure unimaginable suffering, but it withers and dies under the weight of a meaningless existence. And he realized that our modern, frantic search for a single grand purpose is one of the greatest sources of that meaninglessness. Today, we are going to end that search, not by giving you an easy answer, but by showing you why you've been asking the wrong question all along. Frankl's wisdom doesn't offer you a map. It teaches you how to navigate without one. It hands you back the steering wheel of your own life. So if you are tired of searching, if you are ready to stop waiting and start living, I need you to make a commitment. This is a crucial first step. Pause this video, and in the comments below, write this declaration. I will stop asking life for my purpose and start answering life's call. This is more than just a sentence. It's a shift in your entire orientation to life. It's a move from passive seeking to active responding. You are joining a community of people who are choosing to become the captains of their own ships right now. Do it. The journey begins with that single, conscious choice. The fundamental reason your search for purpose is so frustrating is that it is built on a complete inversion of reality. You have been taught to approach life like a consumer. You go to the universe's marketplace and ask, what can you offer me? What meaning can you give me? What purpose can I take for myself? You see yourself as the one asking the questions. Viktor Frankl's central insight flips this entire dynamic on its head. This is the great secret. You are not the one who questions life. It is life that questions you. Read that again. Let it sink in. The meaning of your life is not some hidden gem for you to find. The meaning of your life is found in your responses to the questions that life puts before you every single day, every single moment. Life is not a static object. It is an active, dynamic process. It is a constant series of challenges, opportunities, and situations. Each one is a question. The way you handle a difficult conversation with a loved one, that is life asking you, what is the nature of your love? The way you approach your work on a Tuesday morning, that is life asking you, what is the value of your contribution? The way you face a moment of fear or despair, that is life asking you, what is the depth of your courage? Your purpose is not a noun that you find. It is a verb that you live. It is the sum total of your answers. This is the most liberating realization possible because it means you don't have to wait anymore. You don't need a grand revelation or a lightning bolt of insight. Your purpose isn't waiting for you in the future, in some other city or some other job. It is right here, right now, embedded in the very fabric of your present moment. The question is already being asked. The only thing missing is your answer. So, if the mandate is to stop searching and start answering, how do we do that? What does it look like in practice? This is the do this instead part of the equation. Frankl didn't just present a philosophical idea. As a clinician, he provided a practical framework. He identified 3 primary avenues through which we can answer life's call and in doing so, forge a meaningful existence. These are the three great arenas of human action. The first way we answer life's call is through the answer of action. This is the meaning we create through our deeds, through our work, through what we give to the world. When we hear the word purpose, we often think of a prestigious career or a grand artistic creation. We think of the CEO, the famous artist, the Nobel Prize-winning scientist. This is a trap. Frankl was clear that meaning is not found in the what of your work, but in the how and why. It is found in the attitude of responsibility you bring to your tasks. You can be the president of a country and feel utterly purposeless if your only motivation is power. Or you can be a street sweeper who feels a profound sense of meaning because you see your work as providing a clean and safe environment for your community. The meaning is not in the job description. It is in your conscious decision to contribute. So instead of asking, "What job is my purpose?" start asking, "How can I bring purpose to my job?" Instead of searching for the perfect creative project, start answering the call of the small creative impulse you have right now. Life is asking you, given your unique talents and skills, what can you build? What problem can you solve? Who can you serve? Your answer might be writing a book, or it might be comforting a crying child. It might be designing a sustainable product, or it might be organizing your local community garden. The scale is irrelevant. The intention is everything. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to start your life's work. Your life's work is the task in front of you right now. Answer the call to do it with integrity, with care, and with a spirit of service. That is how you begin to build a meaningful life, one responsible action at a time. The second way we answer life's call is through the answer of connection. This is the meaning we experience by encountering something, or more profoundly, someone in the world. It is the path of love, beauty, and truth. Life is constantly asking us, will you be open? Will you allow yourself to be touched by the world? Will you truly see what is in front of you? We find meaning not just in giving, but also in receiving. When you stand before a magnificent mountain range and allow yourself to be filled with awe, you are answering life's call. When you listen to a piece of music so beautiful, it brings you to the verge of tears, you are answering. When you engage with a great work of art or a profound idea that changes the way you see the world, you are answering. But the most powerful form of this answer is found in love. To love another human being, in Frankl's view, is to see the essence of their being. It is to recognize their potential, their unique and unrepeatable value. When you truly listen to a friend, when you offer compassion to a family member, when you choose to see the best in your partner, you are answering one of life's most sacred questions. The search for purpose is often a lonely, ego-driven quest, but the answer of connection pulls you out of yourself. It reminds you that you are part of a web of relationships and experiences. Your meaning is not just about your individual achievements. It is also about your capacity to love and be loved. So, stop searching for a purpose that will make you feel less alone. Instead, answer the call to connect. Put down your phone and be present with the person in front of you. Go out into nature and let its beauty overwhelm you. Seek out truth and wisdom. In these moments of profound connection, the question of your personal purpose becomes secondary because you are participating in a meaning that is far larger than yourself. The third, and arguably the most difficult and powerful way we answer life's call is through the answer of courage. This is the meaning we forge from our attitude toward unavoidable suffering. There will be times in your life when the first two avenues are close to you. You may be too ill to work. You may be separated from those you love. You may face a loss so profound that it strips away all the joys you once knew. In these moments, life asks its hardest question. Now what? Now that you cannot change your fate, who will you choose to be? This is the ultimate test. It is the moment where our true character is revealed. Society teaches us that suffering is a sign of failure, an obstacle to be overcome. Frankl teaches that suffering is a human achievement, an opportunity to realize the deepest possible meaning. When you are faced with a fate you cannot change, you have one final freedom left, the freedom to choose your attitude. Will you face your suffering with bitterness, with despair, with self-pity? Or will you face it with dignity, with bravery, with a spirit that refuses to be broken? Frankl saw this with his own eyes. He saw men in the concentration camps who, despite facing the same starvation and brutality as everyone else, would walk through the huts comforting others, giving away their last piece of bread. These men had lost everything, but by choosing how they suffered, they achieved a freedom the guards could never touch. They turned a tragedy into a triumph. This is the answer of courage. It is not about pretending you're not in pain. It is about bearing that pain in a way that gives it meaning. Your illness becomes an opportunity to demonstrate patience. Your loss becomes an opportunity to discover your own resilience. Your deepest wound becomes the source for your greatest compassion for others. So, stop searching for a purpose that will give you a life without pain. That life does not exist. Instead, when you are faced with unavoidable suffering, recognize the question life is asking you. It is asking you to show the world and yourself the defiant power of the human spirit. Your answer, your courage, becomes a source of light, not just for you, but for everyone who witnesses it. These three avenues, action, connection, and courage, are not a checklist. They are a continuous call to responsible living. Frankl emphasized the concept of responsibleness as the very essence of human existence. The word responsibility can be broken down. Responsibility, the ability to respond. Your meaning is found in your ability to respond to the unique demands of each moment. This shifts the focus from a grand, abstract purpose to a concrete, immediate task. The question is no longer, what is the meaning of my life? The question becomes, what is the task this hour demands of me? This is infinitely more manageable. You don't have to figure out your entire life's purpose today. You just have to figure out how to respond to the next 5 minutes with integrity, and then the next, and the next. The meaning of your life is not a final destination you arrive at. It is a mosaic you build, piece by responsible piece. Let me tell you a short story. There was once a young painter named Leo. Leo was brilliant, but he was paralyzed. He believed he was destined to paint a single world-changing masterpiece. He spent his days in his studio, surrounded by blank canvases, tortured by the search for the perfect idea. He would start a painting and abandon it, convinced it wasn't the one. His search for his grand purpose was preventing him from painting at all. One day, his elderly neighbor knocked on his door. Her cat had passed away, and she was heartbroken. She asked, very timidly, if Leo might be able to paint a small portrait of her cat from a photograph, so she could remember him. Leo's ego was insulted. A portrait of a cat? He was meant for masterpieces. But he saw the deep sadness in the woman's eyes, and he felt life asking him a question. He said yes. He spent the next few days working on the small portrait. He poured all his skill into it, not because it was a masterpiece, but because it was a responsible answer to the woman's grief. When he gave it to her, she wept with gratitude. In that moment, Leo felt the flicker of something more real than any dream of fame, a quiet, solid sense of meaning. The next week, a local community center was looking for someone to teach a free art class for children. Leo felt the call again. It wasn't his grand purpose, but it was a need in front of him. He answered. He spent his Saturday mornings teaching kids how to mix colors and express themselves. He saw the joy on their faces and felt that same flicker grow stronger. Leo never painted a single world-changing masterpiece. Instead, he built a life full of meaningful moments. He painted portraits for grieving families. He taught children. He created art that made his small corner of the world a little more beautiful. He stopped searching for his one great purpose and started answering the hundreds of small, meaningful calls that life presented to him. And in the end, his life itself became the masterpiece he was looking for. This is the path Frankl offers you. Stop staring at the blank canvas of your future, waiting for divine inspiration. Pick up your brush and answer the call of the small task in front of you. The search is over. The time for answering has begun. Your purpose is not a destination. It is a direction. It is the direction of responsibility, of contribution, of love, of courage. It is not hidden in the distance. It is woven into the very texture of your daily life. Look again at the words you wrote. I will stop asking life for my purpose and start answering life's call. Let this be your mantra. When you wake up in the morning, don't ask, "What's my purpose?" Ask, "What questions will life ask me today, and how will I choose to answer?" The great weight of finding your one true purpose has been lifted from your shoulders. All that is required of you is to be present, to be aware, and to respond to the call of this very moment with the best of who you are. Do that, and you will have a life more meaningful than you ever dared to search for.